Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by our little spot to hang out with us today. Your support helps us reach good people like yourself. So with that said, let's dive into something that might shift your perspective on the people around you. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with stories of betrayal, manipulation, and toxic behavior, it's easy to develop a cynical view of humanity. Social media feeds us endless examples of people at their worst, news cycles focus on conflict and drama, and our own painful experiences with difficult individuals can leave us feeling guarded and suspicious. But here's a truth that deserves our attention. Not all people are toxic. This isn't naive optimism or wishful thinking. It's a recognition based on both ancient wisdom and modern psychological research that reveals the complexity of human nature and the genuine goodness that exists in many people around us. Let's start with what psychology tells us about healthy versus toxic relationships. Research shows that toxic relationships are characterized by manipulation, constant criticism, gaslighting, and controlling behaviors. These relationships drain our energy, damage our self-esteem, and can lead to anxiety, depression, and even symptoms of PTSD. The people who create these dynamics often struggle with their own unresolved issues, low self-esteem, or personality disorders that make healthy connection difficult. But here's what's equally important to understand. Healthy relationships exist in abundance. They're characterized by mutual respect, open communication, emotional support, and genuine care for each other's well-being. People in healthy relationships encourage growth, respect boundaries, and create safe spaces for vulnerability and authenticity. The ancient philosophers understood this duality in human nature long before modern psychology confirmed it. Aristotle called humans social animals, recognizing that we're naturally inclined toward connection and community. He believed that virtue could be cultivated through practice and reason, suggesting that goodness isn't just possible, but achievable through conscious effort. The Stoics taught that true character is revealed through how we handle challenges and treat others, especially when no one is watching. They emphasized that wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance are qualities that can be developed by anyone willing to do the inner work. Even Mencius, the ancient Chinese philosopher, argued that humans are inherently good, possessing natural seeds of compassion and wisdom that can flourish when properly nurtured. This perspective suggests that toxic behavior often stems not from inherent evil, but from unhealed wounds, lack of guidance, or failure to develop emotional intelligence. So how do we recognize the good people in our lives? They're the ones who celebrate your successes without jealousy, who offer support during difficult times without expecting anything in return, who respect your boundaries and communicate honestly even when it's uncomfortable. They're the friends who remember what matters to you, the colleagues who share credit and take responsibility, the family members who love you unconditionally while still holding you accountable for growth. Good people aren't perfect people. They make mistakes, have bad days, and sometimes say things they regret. But they're willing to apologize genuinely, learn from their errors, and make amends when they've caused harm. They show empathy, practice compassion, and demonstrate emotional intelligence in their relationships. Research on empathy and compassion reveals fascinating insights about their impact on mental health. When we practice empathy, understanding and sharing others' feelings, we actually increase our own life satisfaction and happiness. Acts of compassion trigger the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, creating what researchers call the helper's high. This suggests that being good isn't just morally right, it's psychologically beneficial. The quality of our relationships matters more than the quantity. Having a few deep, meaningful connections with emotionally healthy people provides better mental health benefits than having many superficial relationships or staying connected to toxic individuals out of obligation or fear. This doesn't mean we should ignore red flags or tolerate harmful behavior. Recognizing toxicity is crucial for our well-being, but it also means we shouldn't let negative experiences blind us to the genuine goodness that exists in many people. When we approach relationships with discernment rather than cynicism, we create space for authentic connections to flourish. Consider the people who've made positive impacts in your life. The teacher who believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. The friend who listened without judgment during your darkest moments. The stranger who showed unexpected kindness when you needed it most. These interactions remind us that goodness isn't rare. It's often quiet and unassuming. Building relationships with emotionally healthy people requires us to be emotionally healthy ourselves. This means doing our own inner work, healing from past wounds, developing self-awareness, and learning to communicate effectively. When we operate from a place of wholeness rather than neediness, we naturally attract others who are also committed to growth and authenticity. The path forward isn't about becoming naive or dropping all boundaries. It's about developing the wisdom to distinguish between people who are safe and those who aren't, while maintaining hope in human goodness. It's about healing our own wounds so we don't project past hurts onto new relationships. It's about choosing to see the best in people while still protecting our peace and well-being. Remember, your energy is precious. Invest it in relationships that nourish your soul, challenge you to grow, and reflect the kind of person you want to become. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be better while accepting you exactly as you are. Not all people are toxic. In fact, many people are genuinely good, kind, and worthy of trust. They're waiting to connect with others who share their values and commitment to authentic relationship. By healing ourselves and approaching others with discerning openness, we create the possibility for the kind of connections that make life truly meaningful. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. I have more videos, so feel free to watch them as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. See you in the next video.